You enter the high gates holding your breath as the heavy red doors seal your fate behind you forever. The walls of this palace are too high to climb and the sky above looks like a small blue square. Master Chin hands you an ivory rank tablet carved with your new name and your lowly starting status. You hold the ivory rank tablet tight because without it you are nothing but a ghost in these halls. The rank system demands you erase your past life and become a perfect vessel of grace and obedience. Lotus shows you to a small cramping room where you will sleep until you earn a better place. You look in the bronze mirror and practice a smile that hides your fear from the watching eyes. Lady Lan walks past you in the courtyard and sneers at your simple robes and unadorned hair. You quickly learn that beauty here is not a gift but a sharp weapon you must keep polished. The protocol dictates exactly how you must walk and how you must bow to those above your station. You spend your nights studying the complex hierarchy of the harem to avoid offending a powerful superior. Master Chen inspects your quarters every morning to ensure you possess no forbidden items from the outside world. You receive a letter from your father reminding you that the family honor rests entirely on your success. The pressure sits on your chest like a stone as you realize you are their only hope for survival. You decide to play the rank system better than anyone else to secure your future and your safety. Lotus helps you stitch a new pattern onto your robe to catch the eye of the unseen emperor. You notice Lady Lan watching you from the shadows with a look of cold calculation and jealousy. The morning bell rings and you line up with the others to present your ivory rank tablet for inspection. Master Chen marks his ledger and nods at you, which signals a small but significant promotion in status. The rank system rewards your compliance with a slightly larger room and a single hairpin of real gold. You feel a flash of pride until you see the envy burning in the eyes of the other girls. Lady Lan bumps into you and spills tea on your new silk robe just moments before the assembly. You bite your tongue and refuse to cry because showing weakness is a violation of the protocol here. Lotus rushes to clean the stain and whispers that Lady Lan has done this to many rivals before. You realize that in this place every accident is a calculated move on a hidden chessboard. You arrive at the assembly perfectly composed and earn a nod of approval from the Empress herself. The Empress sits motionless on her high seat like a golden statue that observes every tiny transgression. You survive the day, but you know the target on your back has grown larger and brighter. Your father sends another letter demanding you send money that you do not yet have to give. You feel the walls closing in as the demands from home clash with the dangers of the palace. You decide to forge an alliance with Sister May, who seems too innocent for this cruel place. Sister May shares her sweets with you and reminds you of the simple life you left behind. You warn Sister May to guard her ivory rank tablet because theft is common in the lower courts. The eunuchs patrol the corridors at night and listen for any whispers of dissent or rebellion. You hear rumors of a girl who vanished because she tried to send a message without approval. Master Chen summons you to his office and questions your loyalty to the rules of the harem. You answer carefully and present your ivory rank tablet as proof of your total submission to authority. He dismisses you with a warning that the rank system sees everything and forgets absolutely nothing. You return to your room and find your favorite hairpin broken in half on your pillow. The protocol escalates as the Empress announces a grand evaluation to determine who will rise or fall. You work until your fingers bleed to prepare a gift that will prove your worthiness to the court. Lady Lan tries to sabotage your efforts by spreading lies about your family to the other concubines. You confront Lady Lan in the garden, but she only laughs and points to her higher rank. Lotus begs you to be careful because challenging a superior is grounds for severe punishment or exile. You swallow your anger and focus on the long game because survival matters more than pride. The evaluation day arrives and the courtyard is filled with the scent of fear and expensive perfume. You present your gift with steady hands and recite the required poetry without missing a single syllable. The Empress watches you with unreadable eyes before signaling Master Chen to update your status. You are promoted again and given a room with a view of the distant city roofs. Sister May rushes to congratulate you, but you see a flicker of sadness in her young eyes. You promise Sister May that you will pull her up with you once you have enough power. Your father writes again to praise your success but asks for a position for your useless brother. You burn the letter in a bronze brazier and watch the ashes float up toward the ceiling. Master Chen assigns you a new task to oversee the discipline of the lower-ranking girls. You hate punishing others, but the rank system requires you to be an enforcer to maintain your position. You catch a young girl stealing food and you must decide whether to report her or show mercy. You look at her terrified face and remember your own fear when you first arrived at the gates. You let her go with a warning, but Lotus sees you break the rules and looks away nervously. A week later you are summoned to answer for a missing inventory item that you did not take. Lotus steps forward and confesses she told Master Chen about your mercy to save her own skin. You stare at Lotus in shock as the eunuchs drag you away to a holding cell for interrogation. You realize that loyalty is a luxury that no one can afford inside these high red walls. Master Chen questions you for hours while holding your ivory rank tablet over a burning candle. You beg for forgiveness and promise to never show weakness or mercy again in the future. He spares your rank but strips you of your privileges and confines you to your room for a month. You sit in the dark and feel your heart hardening into something cold and sharp like jade. You refuse to speak to Lotus ever again, even when she leaves food outside your locked door. Your father stops writing letters when he hears you have fallen out of favor with the court. You are truly alone now, with only your ambition and the cold logic of survival to guide you. You emerge from confinement with a new plan to destroy Lady Lan and take her place. You observe Lady Lan closely and notice she meets a guard near the side gate at sunset. The protocol strictly forbids any contact between the concubines and the guards on duty. You gather evidence of her transgression by stealing a small token she dropped in the grass. You plant the token in a place where Master Chen is sure to find it during inspection. The trap is set and you wait with patience for the inevitable fall of your greatest rival. The eunuchs raid the quarters of Lady Lan and find the damning evidence you carefully placed. Lady Lan screams your name as she is dragged away to the cold palace for her crimes. You watch her go and feel a hollow victory that tastes like ash in your mouth. You take her rooms and her jewels and her position near the top of the hierarchy. The rank system rewards your ruthlessness with the title of consort and a heavy golden headdress. Sister May comes to visit you, but she looks at you like you are a dangerous stranger. You try to give Sister May a gift, but she refuses to touch anything that belonged to Lady Lan. You realize you have become the very thing you hated when you first walked through the gates. The Empress falls ill and a power vacuum opens up that sends the harem into chaos. Factions form overnight and everyone scrambles to secure their position before the new order settles. You maneuver through the politics with the skill of a veteran and crush anyone who opposes you. Master Chen now bows to you with respect, but his eyes still hold a glint of calculation. You discover that Sister May has been framed by a new rival for stealing medicine for the Empress. You know Sister May is innocent, but the evidence has been forged perfectly according to the rules. You rush to intervene, but the protocol is already in motion and cannot be stopped by words. You offer your own wealth to bribe the eunuchs, but they point to the ledger and refuse. You watch in horror as Sister May is stripped of her rank and cast out into the winter night. Her screams fade into the wind and silence returns to the courtyard as if nothing happened. You retreat to your opulent chambers and smash the bronze mirror that reflects your painted face. All your power and all your rank could not save the one person who truly cared for you. You realize the game is rigged and the only way to win is not to play. You spend days staring at your ivory rank tablet and hating the name carved into the bone. The eunuchs whisper that you are losing your mind and perhaps you are unfit for your station. You know you must act fast before they replace you with the next girl waiting at the gate. The rank system prepares to consume you just as it consumed Lady Lan and Sister May. You walk to the edge of the palace wall and look at the city lights far below. You see the logic of the architecture and how the gates are designed to keep tablets in. The guards check the tablets at every checkpoint, but they do not check the faces of servants. You find a laundry wagon leaving the palace with old linens destined for the river wash. You take your ivory rank tablet and place it carefully on your pillow next to your sleeping gown. You strip off your silk robes and put on the rough gray clothes of a laundry maid. You smudge dirt on your face to hide the beauty that was supposed to be your weapon. You join the line of servants pushing the heavy carts toward the rear service gate. Master Chin stands at the gate checking the roster of every person who tries to leave. Your heart hammers against your ribs as you approach the final barrier to your freedom. He looks at your dirty face and does not recognize the high consort he bowed to yesterday. He waves you through with a dismissive hand because servants are invisible to his eyes. You walk out of the gate and take your first breath of air that does not taste like incense. Back in your room, the guards will find the tablet and assume you are still somewhere inside. The rank system tracks the ivory token while the human woman simply walks away into the night. You disappear into the crowded city streets and leave your name and your burden behind forever. You are no one now, and for the first time in years you are finally free. We spend our lives chasing titles and ranks that promise us safety but only deliver cages. True freedom comes when you realize your worth is not carved on a tablet or a resume. Will you stay in the gilded palace of expectations, or will you drop the tag and run?